Hey, how's it going, folks? Anybody out there? Before the rush comes in, let me say hello to everybody. Oh, hey, Edmund, how's it going? Yes, I'm staycationing in my house, coming to you from Langkawi. Actually, you can see my patio out there. Hey, Lee, how is it going? Good to see you. So yes, hope everybody's doing well. Hey, Van, how's it going? So let me just reply this real quick. Some people are asking, am I live already? Yes, I am. I am live. So just give me a second. Live now. When you going live? What time you going live? Yeah, I'm live now. So how's it going? Hey, Roshan. Hi, Sarvint. How's it going? All good. Yes, thank you, guys. All good. Okay, I'm gonna go wear this for a little while because I haven't worn this since I bought it in Langkawi, and I can actually feel the heat coming off the top of my head right now. But yeah, it's all good. Hope everybody's okay. Can you hear me? Because I'm using my headphones, as you can see. Um, but I hope my audio is okay. Yes, it's my just wondering. Members, yes, they are here as well. Good to see you. Hey, Derek and Zariman. Cheers. Let me just wet my whistle for a little while. Can you see? Can you see what it says on my cup? How's it? Yeah, there we go. Ford Heritage. Yes, the laser is doing well. Hey, Derek. Hello. Welcome, welcome. So, anyway, the latest news I just got before I went online is that Seremban is going into EMCO tomorrow, which is, yeah, here I am. Cannot tahan already. Too hot, too hot. Yes, you lose a lot of heat off the top of your head, and when you wear a hat, it traps it in. So, thanks, Tan. Yes, I got this hat in Langkawi, as you can see, and this perio was what I put on the beach. Used to be when we were allowed to do that, so that's kind of cool. Hi, Arif. Hi, Tan. How's it going? So, hope you guys are okay. What have you all been doing? Because it's been like, wow, I can't remember the last time I went for a really proper drive, and I'm really missing it, really a lot. Hi, Anthony. How are you, little bro? You still got your Mercedes Benz wheel cover on your wall? That was kind of cool. So I hope you still have that. Cheers, everyone. Edmund, yes, yes. Sadly, the daily new cases doesn't seem to be going down now, does it? It's like it's crazy. It's like 7,000, still over 7,000 today. Okay. Got questions already. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Omesh. Hi, Gugarathan. Wow, that's very hard for me to pronounce. Hi, Vishnu and Kakuri and ABC. Hi. Somebody's asking. Umesh is asking, what do you think of the new Lotus? Which new Lotus? I'm not sure which new Lotus you're talking about. So let me know. Type it again. Give me the full name. Hi, Evan. Do I still do my? Will you do a car collection video? See, the problem is not all my cars are with me at one time, Edmund. I've got about 5 of them outside now, and there's another 7 in various places. So it's hard for me to actually get all the cars together in one place. But maybe soon. As far as my small model car collection, yes, I will be doing another round of a den video very soon. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. Let's see. Hi, Chris. How are you doing? From Vishnu. I'm Vishnu. I'm good. Thank you. The new Emira. No, I've not driven it. Definitely not even read up much on it, to be honest. So sorry. I will have to read up more on the Emira. Oh, we've got Bruce Lee here. Wow, cool. Kenaikan pangkat sebab COVID ke? I don't know what that means. Hi, Johan. How's it going, little brother? I hope you're good. Chris, I challenge you to name all your cars. Wow, Johan, why don't you help me out and type it out for me? it'll be quite difficult. And I think I don't have enough time to actually do that. Hi, Matthew and Lim and Alvin. You're not bored. Of course, there are times when I'm bored. I think everybody is. But boredom is a state of mind. So, find something for you to do. I'll show you what I've done. This is my job jar. Yeah, it's actually it's a tin, but it's a job jar. And I've written down a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be done. And they're all on little scraps of paper like this. So every day I pick up one and I do what I'm supposed to do. So let me just give you an example. This is one I have no idea what I'm picking, but if I pick it, I've got to do it. And this one says, drum roll please, interior detail one of your cars. Well, one of my cars actually. So yeah, so this is what I call a job jar. And if I'm bored, I just pick up something, and whatever it is that I pick up, I've got to do. Some of the stuff I got to do that's inside here, it's fun stuff like detailing a car, that's fun. But some of the stuff inside here is not fun. So, but if you pick it, you got to do it. So, try that. Try creating a job jar. And yeah, here we go. Hi, Lim. Okay, let's see. Dharmesh is asking, do you like the W220 V8 S500? Of course, but road tax will kill me. And, there's a famous saying, the bigger the engine, the higher the maintenance cost. And it's true, because you're going to use more oil, a few more spark plugs and stuff like that. So you got to be careful. There's a lot of cars out there that you can buy, cheap to buy, but crazy expensive to maintain. So be very careful about that, yeah? Hey, Justin, thank you for joining. You're the one that bought my rock and roller, right? This is the same Justin, I hope. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I can't remember your last name. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Evan is asking, what do your family members that you live with think about when you buy another car? It's entirely up to me. It's my money I'm using, so it's fine. They don't really have to. I mean, it doesn't bother anybody, and it makes me happy. So if your family members love you and they want you to be happy, they won't mind. Yeah. Derek is asking, have I ever seen anyone switch from carb to fuel injection before? I think yes. And in fact, even Alfa Romeo, at one point at factory level, they went from their twin Weber or twin Delator to fuel injection, their mechanical fuel injection. So it is possible. Don't ask me how to do it. I have no idea, but I think it is possible. Right. I've missed somebody. BMW X5 M2 2020. Dharmesh. If you have the means, by all means. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Bowen. Hey, guys. How's it going? Thank you for joining me and being here. Today, I'm wearing this shirt in honor of Thomas because he's got an E30. Dirty 30. These shirts actually came from Autobuzz. This shirt actually came from Autobuzz. Thank you so much, Autobuzz. It's their signature series, their signature collection. Very, very cool shirts. I've got this, and I've got the Saga one, which I've worn before. I don't know if you guys remember, but I wore a Saga one. Yeah, and this is the E30 one. So check out autobuzz.my's webpage, their signature series shirts. Brilliant stuff. Really brilliant. Okay. So in case you're wondering why that is hanging behind me, I'm pretending to be on a beach in Langkawi. For those of you who are late joining, yes, this live is coming to you from Langkawi. Okay. All right. Moving along. Thomas is asking 190E or E30 318i. Since I've already had an E30, Thomas, I think I shall go for a 190E. Yes, with a 5-speed manual transmission. Definitely. Okay. I was hoping, Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Yes, I was hoping you'll get on and ask me about the Bluebird. It's a wonderful car. I actually drove a Nissan Bluebird U11 all the way to Koh Samui and back, and there was no problem whatsoever. It's a lovely, lovely car. So try to get one in the best condition possible, especially the interior, yeah? Because you will find that while engine parts and the mechanical components are easy to get, quite relatively easy to get, interior trim parts are going to be very, very difficult. Okay, so try and get one in the best condition possible, and then you'll be fine, because they're really sorry, I'm being choked by my strap. Sorry. Yeah, so try and get one in the best condition possible, and Bob's your uncle, because really that engine for the Nissan Bluebird is unbelievable. It is such an amazing engine, and very frugal too, because if I remember correctly, I think I only filled up once in Thailand, and that's all I needed to do, really. Yes, Thomas, the E30 is very legend. Excuse me. Somebody was asked, Yusuf, hello, welcome back. Yes, you did say you were going to tune in again last week. You said you were going to tune in again this week, so welcome back. Thank you for joining. Okay, you were asking about my video on the dark days of Proton, the LMST. Sadly, that's not one of the better cars that Proton made. Did Produa make any atrocious cars before? No, actually, not that any come to mind. The Produas, well, you know, they're very much Daihatsus under the skin. So most of the cars that they made were really, really good. And I still harbor thoughts of finding a Kalisa manual. Yeah, but since I've already got the Charade, I got my small car fetish taken care of with the Charade. So it's fine. Sorry. Bit of a sore throat. I have no idea why. Okay. Right. So let's see. Yes, Thomas, it would be nice to take on a 190E project next to the E30. But you are actually looking for a W123, aren't you? Folks out there, anybody selling a 123, get in touch with Thomas. Yeah, go to his channel. You can always comment there. And he's looking for a W123. So yeah, Racun itu benar. #. Maggie Mi Goreng, hello. Nice shirt, Chris. E30. Yes, there it is for you again. Dirty 30. There we go. Go to autobus.my's website. I hope they're still selling these, because they're really nice t-shirts. You guys know I always like dry fit t-shirts, but these are not. These are 100% cotton, but they feel very nice. I mean, it's light cotton, it's not heavy cotton, so it's still very cooling. And the designs are just great. And even the printing is superb. Yeah, the printing is really, really nice. So hopefully it lasts a long time, but they're very, very nice. Okay, let's see. Dharmesh is asking, bro, R129. You had me at R129. Doesn't matter, but it's whatever the numbers and letters that come after it. R129 is awesome, timeless beauty. It's a classic already, and it's going to be a classic. I mean, you could look at this car for the next 20 years, and I think it's just going to be amazing, really amazing. The design is timeless. So you could buy an R129 today, and in 20 years' time, it's still going to look damn good. So yeah, definitely, if you have the means, by all means. But don't forget, maintaining those cars is not cheap. Yeah. Just be careful. Okay. Aftermarket polyurethane bushes. Yes, Kakuri, you should look into that. In fact, I was thinking about doing that as a trial for my Sentra, because bushes for the Sentra are actually hard to find. I mean, trim parts and small things like that, very hard to find. So I was actually thinking of swapping them all out to PU after EMCO, of course, definitely. Okay. Peugeot 308 THP second-hand 2015 for 45,000. Amir Ritzman. Be careful of the 308s, because I've heard some not so great stories about the ones that were built locally, the CKD ones. So be careful about that car. Yeah, maybe too much trouble than it's worth. But that's just my opinion. If you like it, by all means, go test drive it. Have a mechanic friend check it out. You will never regret doing that. You might regret not doing that. Evan is asking, what's the Fiat's original color? That's a good question. When I got it, it was already in those Alitalia colors. But, oh, wait, are you talking about my Fiat or Bobby's Fiat, the 127? If you're talking about my Punto, the original color was blue. Then I got it. It was a matte gunmetal gray with 3 stripes on the front fender. And then I got it wrapped. Yeah. All right. Thomas, wow, Thomas got like 5 questions here. Okay. What are your thoughts on the previous gen V60? Yes, by all means. Beautiful car. Go test drive it, Thomas. You'll be quite surprised. Sorry, folks, if I missed your comment, please or question, please type it in again, yeah, because my mouse is weird. If I even touch it, it just scrolls all the way to the top, and then I lose everywhere. Okay, Yusuf, I feel people always look down on our local cars sometimes. I remember my friend told me that his Wira was a dog of a car. Meanwhile, my mom's Wira, which I still use, is an amazing car. It's an amazing car, yeah. Like I think I said earlier, or in my previous life, the Wira is one of the better Protons out there in terms of build quality and longevity and hardiness of engine and powertrain. Very, very good car. I drove one to Phuket and back, no issue. It was a 1.5 auto even, not even a manual, and it drove really, really well. Yes, my mouse is wireless, as you can see, is one of those things. What happens if I put it up to the camera? Ooh. So yeah, I think it needs a new battery. Sometimes when this thing, the battery is getting weak, it goes a bit cuckoo. So I'm using my touchpad mouse on my laptop here. Right. Okay. Hi, Tiburn. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I saw your comment on my shout out on the in my community section. Thank you for being here. Hayder is asking, which is better, the in terms of the SCG 101 or 111? I think I prefer the 101. Definitely. I like the shape of the 101. The 111, which is actually the successor. This is personal choice. Yeah, the 111 was actually the successor, which is still a good car. The shape somehow, to me, the design, the styling went backwards a bit. The 101 was still kind of sporty, sedan, saloonish. Then the 111 just looks so sedate. I have no idea why. Right. How is EMCO in KL and Selangor, Tiban? Boring. Really quite boring. But you know, the funny thing is, I still hear a lot of traffic as opposed to the first MCO in March last year. That was like, I could have run out onto the main roads or main highways and danced around naked, and I would not have been hit by a car or anything. But this time around, I still see and hear a lot of traffic. So because there are some industries that are allowed to open, I guess, and allowed to operate, whereas in the first MCO in 2020 in March, everything was shut down, like completely shut down, and it was really, really a ghost town outside there. But currently, I still see a lot of things going on out there, and when I've gone out to go and get necessities, I still see a lot of traffic. Yeah, so we're trying to stay indoors as much as possible, and I think that's a good thing. But on the times when I do go out, I still see like too much traffic, too many people out. Really, thank God everybody's wearing masks, maintaining social distancing and everything. And the other day I was at a petrol station filling up on my way back after buying bread, and there was this guy walking around, squeegeeing his windshield and all that, and he was not wearing a mask at all. It was not even like hanging under his chin. And I looked at him and he looked at me, and I go, "Bang, mask." And he didn't get angry or get like, who are you to tell me, like you are police, or who are you to tell me to wear a mask? And I actually have no one to tell him to wear a mask, but he took it really well, which is great. And don't be shy, folks, or afraid to, if you see somebody walking around without a mask, to actually don't go too close, but tell just, hey, mask, and don't be afraid to do that. And I've done it several times already, and so far, nobody gets angry and abusive. Although you never know, you might get somebody who's like that, and then don't blame me, okay? Because we should look out for each other. #kita jaga kita, yeah. So all right, what's my opinion on Mahindra? Wow, yeah, Mahindra. I like the Armada. Google that, Mahindra Armada. It looks like an Indian version of a Jeep. It's really, really nice. There's one running around Kelana Jaya, silver one, beautiful. I'm so tempted to actually knock on his window and ask him if he wants to sell it, but I doubt, because they're very, very hard to find. And in terms of maintenance, I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, because there are very, very few around. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Thank you for the tip, Evan. Yeah, maybe this thing, yeah, maybe this thing is not connected properly. Possible. Thanks. Okay, let's see. I'm going to attempt to scroll up a little bit because I know I've missed some stuff here. Okay, let's see. Jalan Lok Yu. Jalan Lok Yu is... Oh, Jun Lok Yu. Sorry. Sorry, but I'm not wearing my specs, yeah? So a little bit blur, getting old. Let's see. Lok Yu is asking, should check out our industrial area in USJ1. There's plenty of abandoned old Mercs and BMW that are still in pretty decent condition. Somebody was actually commenting the other day on one of my videos, or was it? Oh no, it was in the comments of my previous live section. I hope you're here, because you really regretted missing my live session the other day, asking about a W126 that looked abandoned and all that. And I still stand by about what I said. If the car has been sitting too long, you might want to move on and look for something a little bit newer, because the longer a Continental car sits, the more expensive it's going to be to put it back on the road, by virtue of things that can actually not break, what's the word I'm looking for? Deteriorate. That's a good word. Things that can actually deteriorate when a car has been sitting idle for too long. Straight off the bat, all 4 tires are going to need to be changed, brake pads, anything made of rubber, all the hoses, anything made of plastic probably has to be changed. Windscreen rubbers, which are really difficult to get and also very expensive, are going to need to be changed. Door rubbers, stuff like that. So if a car has been sitting for too long, it might be BER. BER stands for Beyond Economic Restoration. That means the car, it's gonna cost you a lot more than the value of the car to actually fix up. Now, if you plan to keep a car forever, this is fine, because whatever you spend on the car, you're going to keep it. It's going to make the car better. However, if you think you're probably going to sell this car in a year or two and then move on to something else, get something else, don't get a car that's BER. If you get a car that's BER, you're going to lose money for sure. Now, this is not to say that every single used car you buy out there, you're going to make money when you sell it. No, cars are a liability. Never forget that. Cars are a liability, unless it's an exotic, limited edition, something from Pagani, where they're only going to make like 10 of them, and you manage to score one, then yes, because there are going to be people around the world that are going to be looking for one of those cars in future, and the prices will go up. However, any run-of-the-mill used car out there, any new car out there that's not limited edition or anything, I'm talking about run-of-the-mill cars, yeah? You are getting yourself into a liability. So you want to try and minimize that liability as much as possible. That's why, even though I say get one in the best condition possible, which is going to be more expensive than one that's in rotten condition. An example is my SM4. The price, my restoration price has gone up a lot more than the market value of that car. You could probably get one in similar-ish condition to mine for about 5,000, maybe 4,000 even. But I've already spent about close to 6 because I changed the rims. I recently got the whole power steering system redone, and that was an $800 bill right there. So, but that's because I want to be happy with the car. I would never sell off a car that I'm not happy with in terms of whether it's mechanical or electrical or anything like that. But if someday I want to sell off the SM4, at least I know with a good heart that I've done to whatever I've done to it to the best of my ability has made the car that good, and invariably, things to my ability, I've done the best, and so possibly going to lose money on it, but if it goes to a good home, I'll be happy. That I've always been that way. So yeah, okay, sorry, I'm just gonna scroll down here. Jeff is saying the Bluebird that you're looking at has a problem with the timing belt. Is that some worrisome issue? If the timing belt snapped, yes. But if it's just a timing belt replacement, then no. Right. Is that? Wait a minute. Is the Bluebird timing belt or timing chain? I can't remember. I think it was timing belt. Yeah. Sorry for the basic questions. The Bluebird could be my first car since kids are getting big. Wait, you've got kids and you've never had a car. Wow. Am I reading that right? Okay, sorry. But as a daily runner, it's fine. It's a beautiful car. It really is. The one that I sold to a buddy of mine, he's very happy with it, and he's running around with it daily. So I think he's very, very glad that he bought it from me. All right, moving along. Muhammad Ibrahim, hi bro. Is Ken and Aming the same person? No. I replied you actually. I replied you in my in the comment. You actually commented this on one of my videos or community section. No, they're different people. Actually, Ken is Ken and Aming is Aming. Yeah. All right. So moving along. Hi there. For my opinion, again, my opinion is just my opinion. Yeah. Go see for yourself. Go check it out for yourself. And if you really like it, then do it. YOLO. Life's too short to drive boring cars. Hashtag. Okay. Edmund is saying, guys, please stay safe. My girlfriend works at a COVID hospital, and they are at a point where they have to choose who has the better chance of surviving to use the ICU. Oh my goodness, that is horrible. That is horrible. When you have to play God like that, and you have to see who has a better chance and work on them instead of somebody who has no chance, that is, wow. That is like triage. That's the word for it, triage. That's during wartime, when soldiers were getting hurt, They when they are brought into the medical center, they would work on the ones that were silent, rather than the ones that were screaming. And I remember this terribly because the ones that are screaming still have the energy to scream, whereas the ones that are silent are almost dead. So yeah, oh, that's horrible. Oh, what's going on out there, folks? That's really that's something to think about. That's something to think about right there. Okay, Rice. Hey, bud, what's it going? Good evening. Just thought that you might be interested. My dad is planning of selling off his Merc C200 compressor, W203, well-maintained car. Will you be interested? Oh, you bad boy. You came online live to actually tempt me with a car. Oh, that's nasty. I'm gonna have to take a drink here. And it's non-alcoholic. You know, maybe I should drink some alcohol. Then I'll be, more receptive to racun like that. Anybody interested in the W203? Talk to Rice right here. Okay, moving on. Sorry. I have to scroll down here a little bit. Manly, sorry. Yeah, hi, bud. Your opinion, which would be a better buy or investment / investment, 300 SLW R129 versus SL350 R230? I think I'd go with the 129. Those are really increasing in value. And if you can get one now in good condition, again, try and get the one in the best possible condition, especially the interior. Body can be done up a lot easier than interior. Just remember that whatever used car you buy out there, the body is usually the easiest to do up. As insofar as restoration of a car is concerned, the interior is the most difficult. That's why I'm always saying get the one with the best interior possible. The SM4, the interior is very nice, but there are a few places where there's one cigarette butt burn on the front seat, so don't ever smoke in your car. And there is one chip on the instrumentation cluster dome. Those two things, believe it or not, are going to be the most difficult to fix, because how do you fix a hole in a fabric seat? It's impossible unless you put a patch on it, and then it looks terrible. And then as for that chip on the instrumentation cluster dome, that's fixable, but it's not going to be easy. That's going to take some time. They use like some putty, then they've got to spray it, so it's not easy. So try and get a car with the best possible interior as far as your restoration project is concerned. Half the battle is won if your interior is in really good condition. Yeah, just always remember that. All right, okay. Let's see, moving on. I'm sure I've missed some. Okay, Saga Pekat. Oh, MHJ, hi, bro. Do you watch the Saga Pekat Restoration? Yes, of course. They were my inspiration to actually do up my Saga. When I saw what they were doing, I was like, I gotta do this. I gotta do this, and I gotta do it as good. If not, it's not worth doing. If you're gonna do something, do it well. If not, don't do it at all. That's good life advice as well. Okay, Yuso, is it true that some Mitsubishi engines had bad piston rings? I've not heard that. Really. I'm not sure, because you know what? All cars, brand new or used, they're mechanical. Okay, it's a whole bunch of electrical, mechanical, and bits and bobs all put together to make it run. And there's nothing magical or supernatural or phenomenal about it. It's all mechanical. And mechanical things do go wrong. So it doesn't matter whether your car is brand new or 50 years old. Something's going to go wrong sooner or later. It's just the laws of physics. It's mechanical, it'll go wrong eventually, and just hopefully it's not going to be too expensive for you to fix, yeah? Okay, moving on. Yeah, that's a good question, Malaysian Dentist. Why is the W123 priced higher than the W124? Correct, and even some W126s. The 123 is older than both of those that I mentioned just now, and it's already been classified by Mercedes-Benz AG as a young timer classic. Okay, it's called a young timer classic. It's not a full classic in their eyes, like the old Ponton and Pagoda, but it's a young timer classic. That's their terminology for it, actually. And I think it's caught on here as well, because really nice ones are going for quite a tidy sum, almost double the price of a W124. Yep. And the wagons, the W123 wagons, aka the one I used to have, sorry, the S123, quadruple the price of a sedan. And of course, the coupe The CW123, the two-door W123, is nearing in on 100K. So yes, you heard that right. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So who's to say about these things, yeah? Why is a KE70 more expensive than a Nissan Sunny? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe because the KE70 is rear-wheel drive, and could be only that it's rear-wheel drive, and the Sunny is front-wheel drive. People want to rear-wheel drive, because drift is life. But who knows? Who knows these things? Right. Okay. Moving along. Sorry, am I here? Still missing that wagon. Yes. That's my only regret. My only regret in terms of my cars that have come and gone in my life. The wagon is my only regret, and that's why I got myself another wagon. Wagons, because I need to move things around a lot. So wagons, in terms of being really, really cool, personal opinion. Some people think wagons are not, but in addition to being really cool, they are also very, very practical. And my wagon out there now, the brick wagon, is Euro pellet compliant. What is Euro pellet compliant? You know those wooden pellets that people stack all kinds of things on, cement, pots, pans, whatever, they pellets, wooden pellets, a whole wooden pellet, a standard size wooden pellet. This wagon is made to accommodate one full pellet going into that car. So it's Euro pellet compliant. A lot of wagons these days are more shooting brakes than they are wagons, proper wagons, yeah. And they're more designed. In fact, I was just talking about wagons to some of my buddies. The Peugeot 508, which I drove in Monaco with Bobby, of all people, 3 years ago. It never appeared in Malaysia, but if you go and Google it right now, the new Peugeot 508 wagon, it's called the 508 SW. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But the rear compartment is nowhere near as big as my brick wagon. For that matter, a lot of wagons these days, the rear compartments are nowhere near as big as old wagons, because old wagons were made to haul goods. Sedans were for the family. Wagons were for commercial, because before we had pickup trucks and stuff like that. So a wagon needed to be very, very practical. It had to have a lot of cargo space, because that was required. People who bought wagons needed the space. So if you gave them a wagon with just a little bit more carrying capacity than a sedan, they were going to get pissed, and they might even sue you. So wagons back then were practical, for practical reasons. And I have moved mountains with this wagon. Really, the amount of stuff that I had to move from my late dad's apartment, crazy. If I was using a car, it would have taken about 10 trips easily. But with the wagon, I had 3 trips. I took everything that I needed to take, and the rest was junked. Right. Manli, thanks for your comment. Oh, you're welcome, bro. Okay. Or did I already say that? Sorry. Moving along. All right. Okay. Moving here. I'm just sad to see the wagon trend is dying. Yeah, it really is. Even Volvo have stopped bringing in wagons. MHJ. Yeah, they've stopped bringing in wagons. Volvo was the last company in Malaysia faithful to bringing in wagons, and now even they have stopped because there was just no demand, which means the current, or rather the V90, when it first came out, whoever bought one, you've got a limited edition, very hard to get now. So take care of it well, because you've got a collectible for sure. All right. Andrew is asking, hey, Andrew. Andrew Jaeger. Oh, what a cool name. Jägermeister. Tell us about your experience with hydrocarbon treatment. KL Auto. Hey, Desmond. Yes, KL Auto. That's Desmond's place. He did my E30 actually in terms of hydrocarbon clean. I couldn't see it, but I couldn't see it happening inside the engine because the engine is sealed, of course. But one thing I do remember was that the engine revved more freely. It was like the revs were really like like that, rather than it was like learn the sound effects, because you need to tell that to your mechanic. They will understand. Yeah, so it was more free revving after the hydrocarbon cleaning. It was more free revving. Lexman, do you think Lexus should make a wagon? Of course. I mean, I can imagine so many cars out there that Lexus makes that would look so good as a wagon. Really. Even something as small as the IS250 would look great as a wagon. So yeah, I think they should. I think Lexus definitely should make wagons for sure. Vishalan 77, would you buy a Perodua? Yes, actually, I was just saying, I think before you came online, that I'm harboring thoughts of actually getting a Kalisa manual, the Kalisa 1.0 manual, but I already have a small car, the Daihatsu Charade manual. So why do I want to get another small car? I said earlier, my small car fetish is taken care of. So maybe not just yet. Maybe not just yet. Right. Okay. So I've always wondered what happened to those old Peugeot 404 taxis. Yes. Yeah. Those Peugeots. What happened to them? Because they were really, really nice. The 504s, the 505s, the 404s, 405s. Very nice cars. And you don't see them anymore. You don't see them anymore. I'm wondering as well. Okay. Rise is saying, can't wait for the pandemic to end. Hopefully can meet one day in person, let you review and share your thoughts on a Land Cruiser Defender. Wow, nice. 110 twin cab. Okay, cool. Nice. Yes. Let's hope we can get through this AMCO and this pandemic. Right now, my personal thoughts, nothing seems to be working. I mean, they closed everything in June for the MCO 3.0 for a month, and then the numbers still didn't go down. And now we're already into July, and the numbers are getting higher. So the government needs to vaccinate everybody as soon as possible. And then I think we need to do what UK and Singapore are doing, which is treating the COVID pandemic as a flu, because they're kind of opening up everything to go on as usual. I mean, very difficult to do that because of the infection rate. But I think if we stick to the SOPs, social distancing, and stick to all the SOPs, and they let everything open, how could it hurt? Because it's like we've tried everything, and the latest news is that now they're going to let some industries open as well. So nothing seems to be working. We might as well just treat this COVID-19 as a flu, get everybody with a flu shot, which I'm talking about the COVID-19 shots, get everybody vaccinated, and then try and get back to our lives, because nothing seems to be working. Thailand has already initiated the Phuket Sandbox Initiative. Go look that up. And they've already gotten like 7,000 hotel room bookings. And it's only been, 5 days since they opened it up. And they're back on track, opening up their economy, opening up tourism. I don't know how it's going to fare. I hope it doesn't spark another wave, a third wave, a fourth wave. I have no idea how many waves have hit Thailand already. But the Sandbox Initiative is already open. And they're letting people back in. So, and we're stuck in MCO, which is killing our economy. It really is. I'm really worried about small businesses that have not been allowed to open, like Procast Tinting, where I send all my weevils. I'm very worried for Heng, because he has been closed since the 1st of June. Now, that's one whole month already, no income. And there was no change in terms of the infection rate, in terms of the daily COVID infection rate. So you could say he closed for nothing. Nothing changed. It got worse. And now we're already into July, and that's going on to a second month that he has not had any income. His shop's been closed. So I'm going to visit him once we're allowed to, and I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to talk him into giving even more discounts if possible, because it would be great if all of you out there could actually come and visit and get some stuff done. And it's the same for Kenzo. He came up with an EMCO special package. 80 ringgit gets you new oil filter, alignment and balancing, and a car wash inclusive of labor. 80 ringgit. Where are you gonna find that? So a lot of promos are gonna happen after EMCO. I'm gonna try and do as many as possible, and hopefully all of you guys will go and support, because I'm really, really scared that some of these small businesses that I frequent are going to go bust and not be able to open again. And that's really terrifying. I'm just a customer. I'm not a shareholder. Okay, a lot of you think I'm a shareholder of Procast and of Kenzo, and I'm not. I'm really not. I'm just a regular customer that makes videos and puts it on the second stupidest automotive channel on YouTube. That's all I am, really. So I really hope these businesses can open again after the EMCO. In fact, they should just let them open now. Really, think about it this way, yeah. Also, in terms of like driving, going for drives and all that, when you go for a drive, you're sitting in your car alone and you're not really interacting with anyone. You're just driving. And it's the same with an accessory shop. You send your car there, it's like 3 people in the shop plus you, 4. So easy to maintain social distancing. You can even wait outside while they do your car. So I don't see why a small business like that has to suffer and close down completely when we're not gathering en masse into one small tiny place. So I really, really think they should, let small businesses open again. Wow, sorry, I'm rambling. All right, Chris Tan, hi bud, how are you, man? I'm still waiting for my vaccination. I'm sorry to hear that. A lot of my friends are still waiting for their first dose. My wife is still waiting for her first dose. I mean, it's very scary. I just got my first dose on the 3rd of July after waiting exactly 4 months on the MySejahtera app, 4 months to the day. It was just 1 day shy of actually being inoculated, first jab. 1 day shy of 4 months. It's just moving too slow, moving way too slow. And you know what? If they had started doing this much, much earlier, like on the 1st of July 2020, when our nationwide new cases were a big fat 0. Yes, we had 0 nationwide new cases on the 1st of July 2020. And they should have started doing it then. And maybe this year would not have turned out the way this year has turned out. My second appointment is in 3 weeks' time, and I'm really looking forward to getting that. Never thought I'd ever be looking forward in my whole life. Never thought I'd look forward to getting an injection because you know what? I hate needles. I'm not phobic anymore. I told you the story last week why I'm not phobic about needles anymore. And but I never thought I'd ever be looking forward to getting a jab. And on that note, I never thought I'd walk into a bank wearing a mask asking for money either. But hey, there you go. Excuse me. Last week, one of you mentioned that next time have a drink handy because I went 2 hours without taking a sip. So thank you very much for reminding me. I can't remember who it was, but thank you. Please comment down here if it was you who reminded me to have some water on standby because today I did. I went 2 hours last week without drinking, and that was crazy. Andrew, Chris, I'm thinking about buying the E60. Which model do you suggest is the most reliable? Okay, one thing across the board, yeah, unless I've owned the car, I can never comment on reliability, okay? And that's just common sense. I've never owned a car. How do I know whether it's reliable or not? So join the social media clubs or Facebook clubs that are specializing in this model and read what owners, get the ownership experience, read what owners have been talking about, which one is the most reliable. Is it the 520? Is it the 523? Is it the 530, 540? But to me, the E60, I don't care in what configuration, I want one. Someday I shall get one because that Chris Bangle design E60, it still looks contemporary today. 2 decades on, it still looks contemporary. And when I met Chris Bangle, he actually told me, well, not told me, but told the people that, we were around and talking. He mentioned that he designed that car to look good in 20 years. 20 years ago, Chris Bangle said he designed the E60 to look good in 20 years. And damn, was he right or what? I mean, he's got a crystal ball at home, I'm sure of it, because he designed that car to still look good, still look contemporary and up to date and modern and new 20 years ago for 20 years now, which is today. So I think the E60 is still going to look good another 20 years easily. So yes, someday I shall get an E60. If I'm lucky, it might be an M5. Anybody want to buy my kidneys? I'll sell both. I'll throw in a liver as well. So sorry. Okay, I'm going to turn off the stupid mouse because it keeps, see what happened? Ugh. Yeah, it keeps jumping around. So I'm going to just use this mouse. I'm going to change the batteries in my wireless mouse tomorrow. Right. Okay, I have missed so much here. So I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Please excuse me. And yeah. Yes, Malaysian Desert is saying, just push for the vaccination, open up Malaysia. Yes, I agree. Yes. And also let us support small businesses. I think definitely we should. All right. Jordan. Hey, Jordan. What's up? I was wondering if the W123 200 petrol engine is good. I see them everywhere on Muda at really affordable prices. Yes. Get the black engine, not the white engine. Get the black engine if you can. Get it with a manual transmission. But if you like auto, it's fine. It's a 3-speed auto, but never mind. You're not gonna, you're not gonna go drifting with that car. It's not gonna tear up Genting Highlands. You can't touge with that car. It's just for cruising, a classic daily cruiser. Yes, get a W123. And yeah, some of them are still going in pretty good. Going for pretty good prices. So get them now, because I have a feeling that they're going, even the sedan variants, the photo sedan variants, I'm not even talking about the wagon or the coupe, even the photo variants are going to climb in price. So, get a good one with the best interior possible, yeah? Because don't forget, those cars are really old, and even Mercedes-Benz AG has stopped producing parts for them a long time ago. So getting parts for them are going to be very difficult, especially interior parts, yeah? And that goes across the board for any car above 15 years old to 20 years old. Try and get one with the best possible interior, because interior parts are a lot harder to get, and also trim parts are a lot harder to get, excuse me, than engine parts, yeah? Okay, MH is saying, I just realized the Ford Laser is not an American Ford. No, it's not. It's a Japanese Ford. It comes from the Ford days when Mazda and Ford were in partnership together. So a lot of those cars from both those manufacturers are clones of each other. The 626 is absolutely just a Telstar, and vice versa. The Laser that I have is actually a Mazda 323 Astina. So yes, there was a lot of sharing, just a different name and maybe a little bit of design differences, but under the skin, they were basically the same car. So you can actually use Mazda parts in a Ford Laser and vice versa from that era, yeah, from that era. After the Escort and Cortina, the ones that came out after that, like the Laser, and the Telstar, they were basically Mazdas, and vice versa for Mazda to Ford as well. So, yep. Theophilus is here. I remember seeing a lot of Isuzu and Opel Geminis in the 80s. Yes. You remember the Isuzu JJ as well? Those were around. Yep. Mostly as taxis. I wonder if they're still on the road. No, probably not. I've never seen it. I've not seen an Isuzu for ages. I mean, those Isuzus and also those Opels for a long time. I think they're all just gone, scrapped, rusting in peace somewhere. Okay, let's see. I'm scrolling now using 2 fingers, which is very difficult. All right. Malaysian dentist is saying 1st July 2020, there were no vaccines anywhere in the world. Yeah. I know. Yes, of course, the vaccines came out later, but I'm saying that our vaccination rate is a bit too slow. Yes, we've already vaccinated 300,000 people in Malaysia, but that's what, 10%? We've got 30 million people. So I can't remember what was the last vaccination rate. Let me just, I think I just got it just now. Let me just read it for you, yeah? Here we go. Where is it? Yeah, from MKN. Tahniah Malaysia, jumlah pemberian vaksin COVID-19 hari ini berjaya melepasi 300,000 dos pada 5 Julai. Lindungi diri, lindungi semua. Anybody else getting all these words of encouragement from MKN? I love them. Yeah. I don't know how I got them, but yeah, I think it's just automatic. But yeah, 300,000 doses. That's it. Come on. We need more. We need to do better than that. Matt Gong, salam sejahtera, Chris. Salam sejahtera, bro. I always hear car guys saying the black engine W123 230E is better than the white engine 280E for W123 series. Yes, it's true. Yeah, my very good friend Oliver, who's actually my classmate, he's my oldest friend. We've known each other since we were both that big. That was wrong. That sounded so wrong. Yeah. Anyway, he's got 3 of them, I think, and he absolutely adores them. In fact, I actually reviewed one of his 123s in my channel. Go search W123 Mercedes-Benz, the maroon one with the white wall tires. That's his. He is also the proud owner of my KE30, and he absolutely adores his W123. And I've seen it. I mean, he's come over before EMCO. When he's come over to my house, his cars, they just purr, and they run so well, and they look so good. But he took a long time hunting them down, yeah? He managed to get, in my opinion, the best examples out there. And there's no way he's going to sell them, even though he's got 3 of them or 2 of them. He just loves them too much. Once you own a car like that, it's very hard for you to let go, because you just love them so much. And I can totally understand where he's coming from. Right, okay. Moving along, sorry. Tiburn is saying, yes, June till September was good, and October was the month that brought all the mess. Yeah, we know why. Yeah. let's not get into that. GP is saying, or is it CP? Sorry, CP is saying Chris Bangle rocks. And Chris V2, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Hey man, E60 and E90 are just spectacular. Yeah, but if for me, I E90 is still a bit too new for me. You know, I like old school, but the E60 is just there. It's like it would be like almost the newest old school I buy, but someday. In many ways, I miss my E39 as well. That was a good car. And if you look at the E39, and then you look at the E60, and you look at the whole lineup of 5 Series from the first one, E28, was it? I can't remember. But all the way to the current generation, if you look at that lineup, the E60 doesn't look like it belongs in that lineup at all. In fact, the F10 looks like a logical progression from the E39, totally skipping the E60 and jumping straight to the F10, because the E60 looks completely out of character in the 5 Series lineup. And that's why I absolutely adore it, because it looks so different. I guess that's the reason why the only modern VW that I liked was the Scirocco, and now they've stopped it, because it didn't look like any other modern VW in the stable. It looks so different, and maybe that's why I liked it. But yes, I think there's an E60 in the cards somewhere in the future. Yeah, I don't have a crystal ball like Chris Bangle, but maybe somewhere in the future, I might be getting one. Yes, Truster, Fiat Coupe was done by Chris Bangle. Absolutely right. And they are aging, okay, and it's aging very well. Yeah, true. I agree. Yes. Right. Moving along. Kiwan, hey, hi sir, don't call me sir lah. How's life? Faster end all of this and drive to make a review. Yes, I wish. Anthony has tagged on a YouTube video. I'm a tech moron, right? I'm very bad at tech. So I'm not going to click on that because it might actually stop this and then jump to a video. So I'm not going to click on that. I don't know if it's a video, but I'll check it later. Thank you, Anthony. Adam, what's your thoughts on the E36? Is it reliable? Yes. I would recommend an E36. I've owned one. As you know, I had a 318i manual and sold it, and it's living in Penang now. So that's 2 of my rivals that are in Penang. So shout out to anybody here in Penang. Anybody here from Penang? You are going to be in phase 2 tomorrow. Or was it today? Yeah, today or tomorrow. You're already in phase 2, which is great. We're stuck here in phase 1. But so yeah, 2 of my vehicles are in Penang. Vehicles are in Penang. One is the Savvy, of course, and one is my E36. So, and it was really good. Try to find one without a sunroof, because the one in my sunroof worked like maybe twice, and then it died. But luckily, it died closed. And if it had died open, yeah, that could be a problem. So yeah, sunroofs are great when they work, but when they don't, they're a real pain in the ass. Yeah, big time. Especially if they are not working when suddenly you've opened it and you can't close it. Imagine it starts to rain on your drive back and you can't close your sunroof, and you know what kind of rains we get, right? Thankfully, that's never happened to me before. Touch wood. But because yes, I do have a car out there that has a sunroof, electrical sunroof. Get a 123 with a sunroof if it's a manual sunroof, yeah? The manual sunroof in the 123 is W123 Mercedes-Benz is fantastic. You pull down a latch, it's a T-shaped latch. You pull down the latch, you twist it, push your sunroof back. That's it. When you don't want it anymore, you just pull it forward, twist that latch it, done. All sunroofs should be manual. It was unnecessary electrification, if you ask me, because a sunroof, by virtue even of its name, it's getting the sun directly when it's closed, when you're not using it, it's getting the sun directly. And our sun here is no joke. Nah? Being closest to the Khatulistiwa, which is equator, see, I still remember that, we get direct sun. That's why even in, if you have a globe, even in other countries that are getting sunlight during the day, because of the shape of the earth, which is round, all you flat earthers out there, forget it, yeah, the earth is round. Get over it. So even when the sun is hitting, it'll hit at an angle, so the heat is spread out. But if you're at the equator and the sun hits you, it's a direct beam, like a laser of sunlight. So think about it this way, yeah? Our sun hitting the top of your car, direct heat on the hottest day, a sunroof mechanism in there, wires and motor and all that in electrical sunroof, it's going to die. Sooner or later, it's gonna die. It will die for sure. The one in my E36 died, but thank God it died when it was closed. If it had died open, it's a big issue. It really is a big issue. And to replace a sunroof motor is not an easy thing to do. Labor alone is going to kill you. Not to mention if you can't even get a sunroof motor for an E36 or any classic car for that matter, because not all of them came with sunroofs. Yeah, only maybe a few, one batch of them came with sunroofs. So think of it this way: why would they have to make a whole bunch of sunroof motors for just one single batch? And I'm talking about replacement parts. Yeah, replacement sunroof motors for just one batch. They wouldn't. They would make, replacement parts for general replacement parts for all the cars. But for a sunroof motor, they might not even make that many. So getting one will either be impossible or very, very expensive. Sorry. So general rule of thumb, don't buy a classic car with a sunroof unless it's manual. Okay? So there we go. Sorry, I'm very, very long-winded today. And it's only because I'm very happy to see all of you here. 86 people online. Very cool. All right, moving along. Sorry, again, I've missed. All right. Sorry, just moving along. Hi, Joshua. How's it going? Yes, all good. Matt Tugong is saying, my friend said Fiat is an acronym for Fix It Again, Tony. Yes, that's a very well-known acronym, FIAT, Fix It Again, Tony. And for Ford, it was found on road, dead. So lots more. Saab, SAAB, shape appears as backwards. Volvo, very odd-looking vehicular object. Porsche, proof that spoiled rich children having everything. Proof of spoiled rich children having everything. What a mouthful. Who comes up with this stuff? It's crazy. BMW, banyak masuk workshop, banyak brings more women. Yeah, right. So many of these. Anyway. Muhammad Ibrahim, E60 V10 M5, I drove one. That is one car I've driven, and it was manual. I've driven it, and it is bonkers, absolutely bonkers. But yes, I would love to get one, except 5-liter V10, road tax, banyak mahal, very hard. I got to wait till it's 25 years old and try and get it classic status. If not, it's very, very expensive. Alibaba's electric cars will replace internal combustion vehicle in the next 10 years. What's your opinion? Would you buy an EV car? I would buy a Renault Twizy. But I think before we can even think about going full EV for the country, our infrastructure has to be a lot better than it is now. Charging stations, places to, charge your cars while you go and do stuff. And I think it's the downtime that's going to affect a lot of people. Of course, range anxiety is absolutely true. I've driven fully electric cars here in Malaysia. Nissan Leaf, Renault Twizy and all that. But and the thing I always keep looking at is how much range do I have left? Because it's not like you've got a hybrid motor where you've got an internal combustion engine along with a hybrid motor to push you along. It's a double powertrain. But fully electric, once you've run out of juice, that's it. And if you're not near a charging station, your car is dead. I've heard rumors that Teslas litter the interstates between big cities in America because people have run out of juice and just left their car. They can't be bothered with it. Maybe I'll send a tow truck for it. Crazy things like that. I think that's just urban legend. I don't think it's true. Anyway, but I don't think we're ready to go full electric. But yes, I mean, the future is electric. I mean, and there's some electric cars coming out that are totally amazing. The Tesla Roadster, really, really, really amazing. There are electric scooters coming out, electric superbikes coming out. I mean, Harley Davidson's got the Livewire, which is an electric Harley Davidson. Can you imagine? It's like buying an Alfa Romeo with a Nissan engine. I mean, that Harley Davidson's one of the main things is the noise that V-twin engine makes. And now you've got the Livewire, which doesn't make any noise at all except for a whine. So that hardcore, die-hard Harley fans, I don't know how they feel about the Livewire because, but you know what? I think it's social responsibility. Every manufacturer of any kind of vehicle, whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, they need to show that they're being in tune, with environmental issues and stuff like that. Just don't let it be known exactly how much to actually build the batteries for the electric vehicles. Yeah, let's not get into that. Joshua, hey man, Right. What do you think of the 2016 Perdana? I've seen renderings. Theophilus is here. I've seen renderings. I think it looks really, really nice. Hopefully, Proton will take on some of Theo's renderings because it looks very, very nice. And I'm looking forward to seeing it actually in the flesh. Of course, with the pandemic, everything is delayed. So very difficult. For those of you who just joined, I need to do a quick shout out. These are the cool shirts from Autobuzz.my. I hope they're still selling it. Go check out their website. This is the Dirty 30, the E30. There's also the Proton Saga one, which I have. So go check it out. Yeah, they sent me these because they're cool people. Thank you so much, guys. So anyway, yeah, just in case you just joined. Yeah. Jordan, Lotus stands for lots of trouble, usually serious. Yes, there's so many of these. Crazy. Proof that people have got, too much time on their hands these days. Wolo is asking, Chris, how many cars do you have right now? I have 12 cars. I'm not going to name them all. I don't even know where some of them are at the moment. But yes, I've got 12. The last number was 12. And it's going to stay 12 until, at least I can. What's the point of buying another Weevil when I can't even drive? I take turns. The cars take turns now to go out and buy essentials like bread and rice and stuff like that. I'm taking turns. So what's the point of buying another car if you can't drive? Hello from Penang. Hey, yes. You see the yellow Savvy from time to time. Yes, say hello to my Angry Bird, yeah? And yeah, that sounded wrong, but anyone. Okay, M635 CSI price. There's a famous saying, Lexman, if you have to ask, you can't afford it in terms of price. Yeah, very, very expensive. I know of one, and I don't think the owner would let it go for $500,000 even, So those things are very rare and very, very expensive. It's very much a willing buyer, willing seller. And most of the sellers are not willing, so don't even think about buying. There you go. Bobby, I was just mentioning you. Hi, Bobby Ang, guys. Bobby Ang is here. Everybody say hello to Bobby. I was just talking about you, Bobby. We were talking about the Fiat. Somebody asked what was the original Fiat color. And I thought he was talking about your 127. I forgot I had a Fiat as well. And yeah, the Punto was actually a dark blue when it was new. So, and we were also talking about the Peugeot 508 that you and I drove in Monaco, Bobby. So that was awesome drive. Okay, moving along. I'm sorry I'm sorry. I'm not using this mouse anymore. The battery's gone. So I'm using this little tab mouse thing on the laptop, which is incredibly hard to use once you're used to using this. Right. So in case those of you who just joined are wondering why this Pareo is here, it's because earlier I was wearing this and coming to you live from Langkawi. There we go. Yes, wishful thinking. I'm on a staycation in PJ. Anyway, moving on. Sorry for being late. No problem, bro. Yes. How the kids? Hope the kids are doing well. Please give them a hug for me, and also the missus. Yeah, right. Who's here? Fakurazi. Hey, bro. What's up? Hi, Hafiz. Myvi is king. Yes, I was just telling the guys I'm gonna buy a Myvi badge and put it on the brick wagon. Because too many Myvis come and kacau me. You drive any car, they'll still come and kacau you. Doesn't matter what car you're driving. All right, okay. Jordan Nick says, BMW stands for bloody money wasting. Awesome. Yes, guys, please say hi to Bobby. He's so graciously come and join us here. I think Bobby and I, we should do another what was it, Talking Heads, what was it called last time? What were we doing? Talk Shop. Was it Talk Shop? TORQE, Talk Shop, or was it Talk Cock Sing Song? I can't remember. We should definitely do another one for sure, you and me. Right, okay, moving along. Bobby is saying, imagine sometime in the future we have a classic electric car. No need for future already, Bobby. There are companies out there that are converting classics to electric powertrains. Yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Terminator himself, he has converted his Humvee into electric. Yes, go Google that. I am not lying. He has actually converted his Humvee to a fully electric Humvee. You talk about range anxiety to push that bloody thing along. I think his range must be about 2 miles before he has to turn back and recharge again. Bobby Ang here is Chris Wee is my idol. Bro, thank you. You, my idol too. You, no, not me. You. Bad boys for life. Bobby and I were driving the 508 in Monaco, and it was one of the funnest drives we ever had. Can you imagine myself and Bobby driving the new 508 in Monte Carlo? The shit we got up to. It was epic. It was epic. It really was. And that was just 3 years ago, this month, 3 years ago. Just 3 years ago. And look at how things have changed. I mean, think about it, right? That's Monaco, driving in Monaco. Yes, where the Formula One was. We actually drove through the Formula One tunnel. Of course, not while the Formula One was going, but if it happened, Bobby and I would do that as well. But 3 years' time, I can't even drive to Malacca, much less Monaco. That's how bad it's gotten. It's crazy. I just wish I could drive to Cherating. That's all I wanted, so I can use this Pario, I can use this hat. I just want to drive to Cherating. So I hope they allow interstate travel soon, hopefully by third quarter. But you know what? I don't know. I don't even want to fathom a guess. So cheers. Give me a second. Let me drink. All these cars are nowhere to go. Right, moving along. Sorry, this is getting a bit hot. Sorry about that. Okay, let me just do a very quick shout out to me right now. Yeah, yes, I'm going to do a quick shout out to me. Not me, but me. How to survive a zombie apocalypse. No, okay, this is not going to help you at all during a zombie apocalypse, but how to survive a lockdown insofar as your cars are concerned. Go look online and get one of these things. This is a portable. It's a portable tire inflator, and it's wireless. See, no wires. Yeah, no wires. This can actually, on a full charge, it can pump all 4 of your tires. I did both my motorbikes, which is 4 tires, 2 bikes. So yeah, 4 tires. My math is very bad, but 2 bikes, 4 tires, yes. And I did my whole car, 4 tires, on one charge. And then you just plug in a USB and charge it up again, and it is amazing. You've got different settings for where's the settings here? So if you can see that, so right now it's on PSI. It just tells you the PSI, but you can change the setting to bicycle. You can change the setting to motorbike, change the setting to car, and any balls you have at home. Yes, I know what I just said. Football, basketball, volleyball. Get your mind out of the gutter, people. But yes, get one of these, and the moment you plug it back in, it goes off. When you want to use it, it's already off, right? When you want to use it, you pull this open, you screw this onto your tire valve, and press the button, and it pumps your tires. Lifesaver. It has saved me so many times. And it's a shout out to me because the brand is me, as you can see. So it wasn't a shout out to me, it was a shout out to me. The silly things. Anyway, yeah, you really need one of those. If you've got a few cars at home, you know, like some idiot who's got 12, you need one of those, really, because tires can deflate without you even knowing. The sheer makeup of a tire, even if it doesn't look like it's flat, completely flat, even if it doesn't look like even a bit flat, it could be 10 psi down. 10 psi down. So yeah, you really, really need one of those. I picked up a nail on the Accord the other day, and visibly I could see that, you know, that tire was a little bit flatter. The one at the back was a little bit, like the aspect ratio was a little bit less than the one in front. I knew something was wrong. And when I plugged that in, normally it's 200 or 220, right? It was 110. Yeah, so crazy. Another thing that you should have at home is a portable vacuum cleaner. These are amazing. These are really, really amazing. Also wireless. Of course, you can clean it. All the gunk is inside here, but you will not be disappointed getting one of these. It's amazing how much stuff this thing can pick up. Just put it on, press to hold. You can even use it for your keyboard. Very, very good. And then once you're done, this is where the gunk accumulates inside here. So you can clean this and you just screw it back on. And if there's like no more charge, it plugs into another USB. So these are the things that we were supposed to talk about, surviving a zombie apocalypse, but let's just talk about surviving an EMCO. These are the things you need if you are locked down and you can't drive out, you need these things at home. I also want to get a trickle charger for my bikes. A trickle charger, actually, you can plug it up to any socket and it keeps your battery charged. It doesn't overcharge your battery. It keeps your battery at optimum charge, because I'm pretty sure at least two of my bikes out there, I'm not going to be able to start them even now, because the batteries on bikes are smaller than car batteries. They don't hold their charge very long. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get the batteries done. So, okay, anyway, so I've done my duty about talking about surviving a zombie apocalypse, but not really a zombie apocalypse, but just a lockdown. Yeah, get this in case you've missed it. It's called a Mi. Look for it. Mi tire inflator. Okay. So very, very important to have one of those. These companies should pay me to actually shout out their stuff. Companies, anybody working for any company, you want me to shout out some stuff? You know, I'm cheap, really. Right. Okay. Moving along. Right. Sorry, Dirty 30. Yes, Bobby. There's my Dirty 30. Pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to own a E30 again someday. Thomas is having a lot of fun with his, but I've already had one, and yes, I can vouch for how good they are. So I never say never. I mean, I've had 3 TX3s, I've had 3 Alfetas, I've had 3 155s. So I can never say I'll never buy another same car again. I've proven over and over again that I can actually do that. Right. Kristan, I have the same shirt. Good. Hey, Con, how's it going? Sorry, I'm just going through all the messages. See, the problem with me is that when I get stuck on one message, I talk too much about it, then the rest get lost. I'm really, really sorry. Bobby says he has no idea what the color of his Fiat 127 was when it was new. Yeah, because even when I had it, it was already painted Alitalia. Honestly, I can't remember. The car belonged to my late friend Ramesh Kanangasundram, who owned the Car Rejuvenation Center. We restored a lot of cars together, and then 3 years ago, he just died. I'm like, how could he do that to me, you know? We were in the middle of restoring something, and it's so inconvenient that he just couldn't die like that. But I miss that guy so much, because he was really, really great. I mean, really passionate about restoration. You guys think I'm mad? You guys should have met Ramesh. I know he's looking at me from up there and laughing right now, but hey, I miss you, bro. And I just wish he was still around. But you know one thing? He has no idea the shit we're going through right now insofar as COVID-19 is concerned. He missed that completely. So yeah, maybe he pulled a fast one on me. He got out of town, or rather got off Earth, before this stuff happened. But good guy. Yeah, I think about him every day, because the restorations we did were just amazing. So Bobby, yes, I don't know if you ever met Ramesh, but he was the previous owner of your 127. He's the guy that restored it initially. Yeah, so you own a legend right there. Andrew Yeager is asking, Chris, who is your inspiration or a favorite car reviewer? I won't lie to you. I mean, I was very much early on inspired by Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah, I think he's the guru as far as motoring journalism and automotive literature and writing is concerned. So yeah, I was very much inspired by him. The thing about Jeremy Clarkson is that he can talk about anything. He doesn't need to be automotive related. He can do seminars on just about anything. He has written books on non-automotive stuff. I mean, go Google Jeremy Clarkson author and look at the books that he has written. Not just on in terms of automotive. He's written a lot of books on cars, yes, but he has written literature and he has hosted programs that have nothing to do with cars or automotive at all. But he is just an amazing, amazing entertainer. Think about it that way. I mean, I think he's an entertainer that also likes cars, rather than a car journalist who also likes, other things. Because the way he speaks, his command of the English language, his vocabulary, even the sound of his voice is like really meant to be epic. I can't do it. So yeah, so I was inspired by him quite a bit. And I guess I was lucky, because when I first started in this line, I was surrounded by people like the late Shahriza Hussain and Louis Chiang, and who have both gone on to the great motoring journalism field in the sky. But also people like Chips and Mel and Leaps and all these guys who just surrounded. Back then, motoring journalism, there were like maybe 10 at max motoring guys, strictly motoring guys. And I used to see them all the time. And we got to talking and all that. And I guess they inspired me to get into the line. And I know Chips still apologizes to several people for bringing me in. So, that's it. That's yeah. I guess that's it. Who else am I inspired by? I mean, all the local guys that I know are pretty cool, and I'm just really fortunate to be doing something that I really love to do. They say if you can turn your hobby into your business, you never have to work a year in your life. And I think it's the same with passion. If you can turn something that you're passionate about into your means of living, your income, or however you want to call it, then you don't have to work a day in your life. So I think in terms of that, I'm pretty lucky that I've managed to do that. Right. Okay. Okay, moving along. Yeah, our Monaco trip, man, that was awesome. Theo is asking, of the 12 cars you own, any of them runs on diesel? No, currently I don't have anything that runs on diesel. Yeah, I was thinking about getting a truck. I was looking at Rangers at one point, and then I bought the Mitsubishi Pajero. So, but no, my last diesel was a Ford Courier 4x4. That was the last diesel. Langkawi has a lot of hidden classics, Yusuf. A lot. And some hidden supercars and exotics as well, all sitting there waiting to come back. Sorry. While I read, I'm going to take a sip. What is this? Oh, lemon. Piece of lemon. So, Barry is asking, last week, someone asked you the car you regret buying. Is it the BMW 6 Series? Yeah, somebody did ask that. I think I missed it. I read it and then I missed answering it. I think, or did I? Because I don't remember. I can't think of any cars that I regret buying. I do remember. I do have some cars that I regret selling, but regret buying, no. Because even the 6 Series, although yeah, it was a money pit. Think of it as a life lesson. It taught me a lot about restorations and what to do and what not to do, and what they say is true. If it doesn't kill you, it only makes you stronger. So yeah, even though that was a really bad purchase decision, I don't regret it, no. And I'm not talking about the first 6 Series that I had, which was fine. It was as done up as possible. It was beautiful condition. I'm talking about the second one, because maybe I regretted selling the first one, so I decided to buy a second one. And it was the second one that was a mistake, because that was done without thinking through properly. I just missed the car a lot. I missed the sharp nose, the shape, and decided to get another one without really thinking it through. And that cost a bit too much to actually get done. And even then, I still don't regret it. It's more like, I think I'm going to get rid of this lemon piece. Sorry. I almost swallowed it just now, and that could have been fatal. But yeah, I don't regret buying it, but I think I should have given it a little bit more thought. Remember, taking on a classic car project is like getting a pet, whether it's a puppy or a kitten or a dog or a cat. You are going to invest quite a bit in it, and if it doesn't work out, it could cost you quite a lot. So be careful. Be careful before getting into stuff like this. It can break you, and then it's going to put you off cars for a long time. Okay. Gary is saying my front suspension height is different from the back one. The gap between the tire and body is higher in front, and even after I replace with new shocks. New shocks all around. Wow, that's interesting. Have you checked the suspension bushes, mounting points? Get the car jacked up. See, maybe something has dropped. Maybe sometimes the what's it called? Not the washer, buffer, bushes. Mental block. Sorry, have deteriorated. You might have to change that as well. Yep. Ruben is saying Ford stands for fast only rolling downhill. Fast only rolling downhill. Yes, Bobby, we got to do another one. Guys, don't forget, under Evo Horizon, we also do Evo Enduro, which is a drive to Thailand and back. And we've done 3 in the past before we couldn't do one last year because of the COVID virus. I've attended 2 of them, and the only reason I didn't attend one of them was because I was overseas at the time. But I've done the drive in my W126. I've done it in my E30. So it doesn't have to be a brand new car to qualify, but there are qualifications. There are guidelines. So, hopefully we'll be able to do an Evo Enduro next year. I doubt we're going to be able to do one this year, but that would probably be one of the best drives that you will ever have in your life. So I highly recommend attending an Evo Enduro at least once in your life. And if you don't enjoy it, at least it's Thailand. You will enjoy Thailand. And if you don't enjoy our company, at least you'll enjoy your car. So there we go. Yes, Con, it's true. There are usually fewer reasons to regret buying a car than regret not buying it. Yeah, it's true. You might regret not buying it more than regret buying it. Very, very, very true. Very true. Bye, Bobby is saying, hasta la vista, baby. See you, bro. John Name is saying, Zaman dulu, I remember the Fiat was everywhere. Yep, I had a Fiat 850 back in the day. Bought it for 500 ringgit in 1975. 500 ringgit can't even get you a tire nowadays. And you bought a whole car for 500 ringgit. Unbelievable. Okay. Hongmi is asking which car. Okay. Kereta mana untung banyak? It depends. It depends because most cars out there, to make money, you've got to pay a lot of money to get it. Because they're already classified as classics, or they're already high in value, like the cars we mentioned earlier. So another thing you can do is buy one that's almost scrapped and restore it, but that's going to take a lot of time and money. So it depends. It depends. It's you got to look at what are classics right now. JDMs are getting very, very popular. Yeah, JDMs are getting very popular out there, even in Malaysia. I know in America it's gone crazy. Anybody who watches TikTok will know that the JDM scene in America has exploded. Supras, fourth generation Supras are trading hands for up to $100,000 US. It's just crazy. But yeah, even in Malaysia, the JDM scene is getting stronger. So find one that you like, not that you think is going to appreciate in value. Don't do that. I mean, if you want to invest in something, invest in property. Don't invest in a car, because it's very, very dicey whether a car is going to appreciate in value or totally crash in value. So just be careful on that. Play with your heart in terms of cars. Play with your head in terms of property. And always listen to your head instead of your heart when it comes to automotive and when it comes to stuff like that. So invest in property, but don't invest in cars just yet, because you really don't know which cars are going to tank and which are going to appreciate. By and large, cars don't appreciate. Get that. Remember that, okay? Right. The cars Chris owned that I love most. Okay, Bobby's going to go through a list. 635 CSI, Alfa Romeo 155, BTCC, and the Alfetta. Yes, at least I still have the Alfetta. But yeah, the others gone. I've had 3 155s. I think I'm going to give a 155 a break for a while. And then again, I've had 3 Alfettas. So I can't say I'm going to give an Alfetta a break because I still have one. It's just something about owning an Alfa Romeo. And I'm not even going to throw that cliche line at you and say that you can't call yourself a true car enthusiast until you've owned an Alfa Romeo. That's just bullshit. I'm sorry. Even though it was Clarkson that actually said that. No, you don't have to own an Alfa Romeo. I mean, but if you appreciate what goes into an Alfa Romeo, then you know what? You're already a car enthusiast. So you don't have to own one. I think it's more about the pain, financial pain, and the heartsick pain, and the frustration that comes with owning an Alfa Romeo that will make you a car enthusiast, or it will make you hate cars so much you'll never want to own another car in your life. So it could go either way. It's 50-50. Sorry. Okay. Kakuri is saying there's a 2000 GT EV electric quite some years ago. Yes. They are turning many classics into electric. Billy Bats said this. He thought this was a flashlight. And it doesn't mean Kuan Wee is saying, hey Chris, how's the KE20? I never had a KE20. It was a KE30, and I sold it to Oliver, the same guy who's got that beautiful W123 that I reviewed some time ago. Chris, what's the name of the vacuum cleaner? Sorry, good question. What is the name of this thing? Oh my God, there's no name. Hang on a second. I think it's on the manual. RTFM. I'm always telling people, RTFM, read the freaking manual. And what? No, wait a minute. This is the Sorry, this is the manual for the me tire inflator. This one's got no brand, surprisingly. I need to find the holder for this, because currently it is brandless. Wait, is it here? Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is the holder for it, but there's nothing inside. Sorry, man. No idea. No idea what brand it is. Is that it? No, that's not it. Flashlight. You bastard. Okay. Surprisingly, but it looks like this. It's just like this. And why isn't there a brand on it? It's so weird. Somebody Google them. Maybe I open it up. There might be a brand in here. No brand in here. Surprising. Very surprising. It's got this logo on it. It looks like a Mitsubishi logo, but it's not. Surprising. Anybody know what brand it is? What brand this is? Comment. Okay. So sorry, Daniel. Don't know what brand this is. Bobby is saying Jeremy Clarkson's a brilliant writer. Yes, he is. Definitely. Yeah. Ket An, hey man, Chris can start all his cars and motorcycles in the morning. By the time you're done with the last one, you can switch off the first. Done and dusted for the week. Yeah. But I alternate them. I alternate them to go get my essentials, yeah, out there. Okay, sorry. Okay, moving along. Yusuf, I'm thinking of buying an 80s Mazda 323, 626 or 929. 929, good luck. They're all good cars. Are they all good cars? Just heard the auto variants, which is a collab for Ford, was sort of dodgy. No, not really. They're Japanese by and large, so not dodgy at all. I think the biggest problem you're gonna have is actually getting parts, some parts. But then again, the good thing is that you can share between Mazda and Ford parts. Don't forget that came out during the Maz Ford era, so it should be quite okay. I've had no problems getting parts for the Laser, even though my Laser is a manual. Never heard any horror stories about the auto at all. Amelia White Rose is here. Hello. Would you get another BMW? Yeah, never say never. I'm very possible to get another BMW in the near future. But you know what? Not just yet, because even if I got one now, I can't drive anywhere. So maybe after all this pandemic thing is over. Yep. Here we go. Okay, moving along. Hasta la vista meant bye-bye. I typed that when you mentioned Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hasta la vista, baby is like, yeah, bye, see you later, that sort of thing. ABC for Life 00 is here. Hi, Chris. Hi, bro. Any future bike you're going to get? Not yet, just yet. No. I've got 3 bikes out there, and I have not been using any of them. And like I said earlier, I think all the batteries are dead already. So there's no point getting something if you're not going to use it. They're just lying there. Sorry. And so not in the near future. No. All right. Okay. Bobby saying the 2 Alfa Romeos that I love, I can't afford them, the SZ and the Disco Volante. Yes, of course, the SZ Zagato and the Disco Volante, which you and I drove down to Singapore just to go and see. We couldn't even test drive the car, just to go and see it. We drove to Singapore. That was an awesome trip. Awesome trip. I'll do that again with you in a heartbeat, bro. No problem. Arturo, hi Arturo. Do you have any plans to collaborate with a Filipino car reviewer here in the Philippines, or do a drive here in the Philippines? I would love to do a drive in the Philippines, but we can't travel anywhere as yet, as you know. So borders are all still shut. I can't even drive into Thailand if I wanted to. I can't even drive to Malacca if I wanted to. But never say never. Never say never. I've done test drives overseas before, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to doing another test drive overseas. So it's just a matter of time. Faisal, good evening. Apa khabar? Khabar baik, bro. Terima kasih. Drew is here. Hello, Drew. Okay. I've always liked this username name. Why you know like this? Are you still keeping your E36? If you do you plan to sell it in the future? I sold the E36 in 2019, if memory serves, and it's living in Penang right now. So yeah. Another 3 Series, another BMW, definitely in the cards. I'm looking at E60s right now, actually. Like I said earlier, Chris Bangle designed these cars to look good in 20 years ago, and they still do. And I think they look wonderful. If an E30, an E60 5 Series passes you on the highway, you cannot not look. It's impossible to not look. That car is just beautiful. I mean, it's just amazing. And it's one of those designs that I think it's going to be timeless, like the other timeless, designs of cars out there. I think it's still going to be around for a long time, and it's still going to look good in 20 years. Right? Yes, Amelia. Yes, M5 E60. Why not? Why the hell not? I drove one in America. Thank you for the advice on having a drink on standby last week. Wednesday, I went 2 hours without drinking. So thank you very much for the advice to keep water handy. We've still got another 30 minutes or so. So that's cool. Okay. Jordan is saying, I remember you mentioned your first car was a Mitsubishi Celeste. No, Mitsubishi. It was not. I had a Mitsubishi Celeste, but it was not my first car. Never seen them around anymore. No, they're gone. They're all totally gone. I think driving school then commonly used the KE30. Driving school, they were using the Datsun E10, if I'm not mistaken. Not the KE30. It was an old Datsun. I remember those. I used a Morris Minor back in Kelantan. Nice. You know what? I see Morris Minors more than I see KE30s. There are still Morris Minors running around. Of course, not a lot, but yeah, they're still running around. Still running around. Andik, good night, Chris. Can't wait for your Pajero video. Really missed that. Yeah, me too, man. No news on the Saga. The Pajero is still at Ake's place, but he can't open, so it's parked inside and awaiting paint. So, and the Saga is all done. The Saga is completely done up. So it's resting, being alternated for grocery runs and stuff like that. Yeah. 120Y, was it the 120Y? I think it was before the 120Y. It was the boxy one with the round headlights, not a sharp nose. Yes, yeah, the Datsun, Con is saying. My mother told me about those. They had reverse parking tests at the time. Yes, you had to reverse park, you had to parallel park, you had to stop on a slope and then release handbrake, put into first gear, release handbrake, and then, let go of the clutch, press the accelerator, and go. Everybody failed. That was the worst thing. As far as the test was concerned, the hill start in a manual. It failed a lot of people. It really did. It didn't fail me though. No, I'm not bragging or anything, but I actually taught my driving instructor how to do a J turn and handbrake turns and stuff like that. Not bragging, true story, but I really did. Yeah. JXQ, hi Chris, do you remember the times when W124 taxis were everywhere? Why don't they use Mercedes taxis now? Yes, I do remember that actually. And but believe it or not, W115s are still being used as kereta sewa. If you're lucky enough on the highway between maybe KL and Penang or KL and Ipoh or KL and Alor, a kereta sewa, a hire car, not a taxi, a hire car, W115s are still being used. And if you are lucky enough one day to actually go into Thailand, you will find that a lot of classic cars are being used as taxis over there in this small little town called Betong, which is just after Pengkalan Hulu, up north. Fun fact, Betong is closer to KL than KL is to Perlis. Thailand, there's a part of Thailand that is closer to KL than KL is to Perlis. Let that sink in for a while. But yeah, you will find a lot of old Mercedes-Benzes being used as taxis in this small little town called Betong, Thailand. Yeah, because they were built to last, definitely. Okay, let's go. Sorry, I'm as usual. I've lost. Yusuf is asking, what is your zombie apocalypse car of choice? My Pajero, of course, or my brick wagon. Nobody's getting through that. But yeah, those are my two zombie apocalypse cars. Kent is asking, hi Kent, thought of a Porsche 996, the price reasonably cheap, or a 911. Not sure what the price increase in the future. I think, yeah, they're going to increase. I think all Porsche 911 series are going to increase. They are like instant classics the moment they come out. My favorites are still the air-cooled, the 993s. I also love the initial Targa, the original Targa, the second generation Targa. Beautiful. The latest generation, I think it's fourth generation Targa. You should see how that roof folds into the back. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Dilip Kumar is saying biggest post box in the middle of Batong town. Yes, they have the world's biggest post box. World's biggest post box in the center of town. You should go and see it. It's like a 2-story building. It's a post box. But yeah, they have the biggest post box in the world. Okay, moving along. Jordan is saying, I remember in KL in the 70s, Morris Marinas were used as taxis. Yes, the Morris Marina. I remember that. Do you remember the Austin Allegro? Do you remember the Austin Allegro? It was not used as a taxi, but it was sold in Malaysia. It's the one car where going backwards was more aerodynamic than going forwards. Yeah, true story. Hashtag. Fintail Mercedes-Benz was used as taxis in Kelantan back then too. Yes, and you know what? I think some of them came from Thailand, or some of the ones in Kelantan went to Thailand, because if you go to Batong, you will still see Fintails running around being used as private vehicles and taxis. Fintails. And it amazes me because cars like that here would be subject to a full restoration and be sent to, car shows on trailer and stuff like that. Over there, they're still running like daily normal cars. How brilliant is that? Targas are proper coolness. Yes, Con, definitely. Matthew is asking, hey Chris, ever owned a Volvo S70? Not the S70, but I had an 850 GLT 2.5, the 20 valve 5-cylinder engine. Made a very nice sound. That engine makes a very, very unique sound, and it might be one of those cars which I bought just because of the engine sound, and also for nostalgic reasons, because I was working for Volvo when that GLT was being sold, so it was like my baby, and I couldn't afford it back then, but finally managed to afford it now. I still remember the number plate, WCQ, was it? WCQ 1277 blue. So if you ever see it, that was my baby. Yep. Billy, hey bro, have you encountered any haunted Volkswagen on the Karak Highway? No, and I really don't want to. Yes, I know about the yellow Beetle on the Karak Highway. A friend of mine has a yellow Beetle, and I'm always telling him to go drive it at night on the Karak Highway, just to record people's and I'll sit with him and just to record people's reactions. Evil, very, very evil. Kent is saying, yes, air-cooled Targas, about 300,000 now. Yeah, sadly. Okay. ABC for life. Toyota Crown was used at Toyota, yes, as taxis in KK. Yep. I remember. Yep, Toyota Crowns. In fact, there was a Toyota Crown taxi for sale on Muda, not the other day, some time ago. I saw it. Somebody was actually selling it off. All right, Andik, great news, Chris. I just picked up my 91 Saga Aero bag last week from the paint shop. Nice. Well done. Full restore with original color. Well done, bro. Well done. Aeroblitz is asking, Blitzable is asking, Chris, is a VR4 considered a money pit? Wow. You know what? It depends on condition, but a VR4 would be very, very nice. Yeah, the Galant VR4 would be very nice to own. Yeah, 4-wheel drive. I know what you're talking about. 2-liter engine. Yeah, that would be nice. I don't know whether it would be a money pit. I've never owned a Galant VR4, but I have owned Mitsubishis in the past. And one thing I can tell you, Mitsubishi parts are not easy to find. And when you can find them, they're not that cheap. So just be careful about that. Yeah. Hydrogas suspension was neat, but died in our weather. Yeah, a lot of those cars that came in were not tropicalized for our climate. They were not homologated for our country. They were not built to withstand our kind of heat and humidity and rain, our pounding rain. All cars are subject to, when they are built, to water tests and stuff like that. But if the car is not tropicalized, it's very dangerous to actually own one. And sadly, a lot of cars that came in the 70s and 80s were not tropicalized. They were not tropicalized for our climate. And so they suffered quite badly. Do you remember the Fiat Tempra or the Renault 19? Those cars had a reputation of actually melting in our heat. I'm not kidding you. They could melt in our heat insofar as their interior parts were concerned. So be very careful about buying old cars from that era, as far as those models are concerned. Right, moving along. Sorry. Oh, this froze. Okay, so yeah, zombie apocalypse has not happened, and it's just lockdown, and hopefully, we're gonna get through this as soon as possible. Right. Let me just scroll here a little bit. Oh boy. Okay, what time is it? Oh, we still got about 20 minutes or so. I think we're okay. Newer Mazda, how about spare parts? I don't know. The last Mazda I owned was a 6262 door. Yeah, that was very rare. A 6262 door. And getting parts for that was not difficult. But as far as newer Mazdas are concerned, I don't think you're going to have any problem getting parts. I mean, we've got Burma's here doing Mazda, so I think it's still okay. Parts availability for old school cars are a lot easier if the manufacturer is still around. Like, I was toying with the idea of buying a Lada Niva 4x4. I don't know if you've even heard of a Lada Niva 4x4. And then I thought to myself, where am I going to get parts? And it's the same with the Mahindra Armada or Mahindra Scorpio and all that. You can pick them up cheap now, but where are you going to get parts? I think all of it is going to come from overseas. It has to come from overseas because the local importer is not around anymore. But that being said, there are cars in Malaysia that are still surviving despite the fact that there's no official importer anymore. Alfa Romeo, Saab, who else? Suzuki. I'm sure there's more. Chevrolet. But people are still using them, so I guess it's still possible to get parts. I think the internet, we can thank the internet for that. Getting parts has become a lot easier because of this. Okay, new question here. Hi, Sue. Any thoughts on the Perdana V6? Yeah, 2021. Oh, 2021. You mean the new Perdana? We don't even know if it's going to be a V6, do we? The one with the Proton Geely collaboration Perdana. I'm looking forward to seeing it as well. But no, I've seen some renderings of what the new Perdana 2021 will look like. But I don't know what it's going to, unless you mean 2001 Perdana V6, the old Perdana V6, like the last Perdana V6. Wonderful cars. Just make sure you get the one that has the gearbox oil cooler, and you need to that. Yeah. Okay, moving along. Yeah, sorry. The gearbox oil cooler is very, very important. Yeah, for the Perdana V6. If you don't have that, make sure that it has one, because that was a known problem. The gearbox oil overheating. Right. Yes, Matthew. The Volvo 5-cylinder sound is just amazing. Vishalan, hey man, is there any BMW Z1 in Malaysia? Oh, you mean the one where the doors fold into the body? I've never seen one in Malaysia. No. Did they even make them in right-hand drive? I don't think so. So that would have been a deterrent for them to come in. Same with the BMW Z8, if you remember that. James Bond, Pierce Brosnan used it, and they cut it in half. I've never forgiven the producers for doing that. And then BMW discontinued the Z8, sadly, and I've never forgiven BMW for that either. But they never produced them in right-hand drive. They were all left-hand drive, so none ever came in. Yep. Yes, the BMW Z1 is one of the coolest cars, and the M1. Don't forget that. Those are very, very cool cars. Okay, moving on. Yeah. Go check them out. Those Galants are very, very nice. Even the Galant Sigma, the older Galant Sigma, I've liked those very much. The one with the sharp nose and 4 round headlights, very nice cars. Get one in the best condition possible, especially the interior, yeah? Because not only are parts expensive and difficult to find, interior parts are like ×2 insofar as being difficult to find and very expensive. Right. Okay. Bob is saying, my uncle in Perak has a Wallacey. Oh, wow, a Wallacey. Wow, very nice. I termuntah in it when he drove me back because it wasn't used to cars then. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Okay. Andik is asking, I remember if you saw a young driver driving an old car, it must be no, I didn't say any old car. I said if you see a young guy driving a Nissan Sunny, it's guaranteed his grandfather's car, not even his father's car, probably his grandfather's car, because Nissan Sunnies usually outlive their owners. They usually outlive their owners. Yeah. So if you see a young guy driving that, it's definitely a hand-me-down. And my dad passed me as just like your dad. My dad gave me my first car too, which is Saga 1.3 mega valve. Yeah. I still remember that car. It was red. Number plate was 7821 BDA 7821. My first car. Okay. Maggie Mi Goreng is asking, hey Chris, have you ever test driven a K car like the Honda S660 or the Daihatsu Copen? Can I fit in them? Yes, actually, I can fit into the Honda S660. I can fit into the, I haven't tried a Copen, but I could fit very comfortably into the 660 Honda. And I could fit into a Lotus Elise, which is very small. And the smallest car I've ever fit into in terms of interior was a Bufori, which are built in Malaysia. And they had to actually take the roof off the car. It was a convertible hardtop. They actually had to take the roof of the car off for me to get in. And then when they put the roof back on, I couldn't get out. But yes, I could fit and I could drive. And more importantly, I could drive. Yes. Vinod is saying the Nissan Sunny is bulletproof. Absolutely right. It's bulletproof. Yeah. Okay. My dad in the 90s had a Toyota Cressida. So did my dad. My dad had a Toyota Cressida as well. He spray painted the hubcaps gold. Glorious times. Did you know that the original steering wheel for the Toyota Cressida, the Cressida logo was like a little cross with a star in the middle, if you remember that. The one in the center of the original Toyota Cressida steering wheel was 24 karat gold. You heard that right. And a lot of people threw away the steering wheel and put a different steering wheel. And they didn't realize that the logo, it was encapsulated in a little holder like that. The logo in the center was 24 karat gold. Fun fact. Useless trivia. Tony Montana. Oh, Tony Montana is here. Say hello to my little friend. Saw an actual black London taxi in Penang. Yes, I've heard about that London taxi in Penang. Somebody actually brought in a London taxi because UK is right-hand drive, just like Malaysia. So yes, there is a black London taxi running around in Penang. I heard about that. Yeah, it would be great to actually have a photo of that London taxi next to my Proton Savvy. My little Angry Bird. Yeah, it'd be so awesome. Okay. Any news on the distributor for Peugeot, Citroen, and Alfa Romeo in Malaysia? Haven't heard anything. I think the COVID pandemic, has put a hold on a lot of plans insofar as the automotive scene is concerned. It's very quiet out there. It's just one heartbeat away from being dead. So it's really quiet out there. I don't think we can expect anything major to happen till we get a grip on this COVID pandemic. Yeah, everything's been put on hold. Everything's been shelved indefinitely insofar. I mean, there's nobody out there is spending huge sums of money on anything right now because it's just too dangerous. There's too many businesses going out of business to think about new business. Did that make any sense? Anyway. Kit Han is saying London taxi, we have one in Klang. Oh, okay, cool. Nice to hear that there's one in Klang as well. Selangor represent. Yes. Jordan is saying, I remember in the 80s, all the big shots had those big, super high CC Range Rovers and Mercedes S-Classes. I wonder what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. It was because of them that our road tax now is so ridiculous. Because back then, if you had a big CC engine in a big car, you were considered a big shot. And then you had to pay big money for road tax. But that's bullshit now because there are luxury cars out there with 2-liter engines, 1.5-liter turbo engines. It's crazy. And it was back then that it was thought that if you have a big car with a big engine, you have big money, so you pay big road tax. Because, I'll give you an example, yeah? My W126, back in the day when it was new, was $89,000. We weren't even in RM yet. We didn't have Ringgit Malaysia yet. It was still the dollar sign. So it was 89,000 local dollars. That same year, you could buy a house in Kelana Jaya for $40,000. So basically, you could buy 2 houses in Kelana Jaya for the price of one W126 280 SE. And that's why Those who bought this car were considered filthy rich at the time. And that's why the government taxed them so much in terms of road tax, because those cars did come with big CC engines. And like big luxury meant big CC, you pay big money. That's it. That's basically it. But that's from like the 70s and 80s. We are now in freaking 2021, and we still have the same archaic road tax calculation, whereby big engine pay big money, small engine pays more money. So you can buy a C-Class out there with a 1.5 liter engine, and you're paying same money every year as a freaking Toyota Vios. Makes no sense. Our road tax makes no sense whatsoever. And I'm sure what I'm saying now is not Einsteinish by any way. I am sure millions of people out there have thought about this and have come to the same conclusion. I'm sure that many people have said what I've just said. And I'm sure the powers that be who are in a position to actually do something about this have heard this, and they know this. It just amazes me why they haven't done anything about it. Bobby had a great idea where annual road tax should be calculated based on your insured value of your car. Give you an example: brand new car, you have to pay a high insurance tariff because it's brand new. Old car, you pay third-party fire and theft insurance. It's very little. So you should calculate your road tax based on your insured value instead of how big your engine is. That's so dinosaur kind of thinking. It's crazy. It really is crazy. I mean, I'm probably paying, many of you are paying for my brick wagon, and your cars are much newer, much more comfortable, much more luxurious, much better than what I have. And still, I'm paying more road tax than you because it's a 2.3. I mean, that doesn't make sense. Here we go. Right. Sorry to rant, but the rant is over now. And hello, Mr. Dragonfly. How are you? Malaysian dentist, how do they tax electric cars? I think they tax it on the KW, the kilowatts. There's a table for it. You can Google it. Yeah, they basically tax you on the power, how much kilowatts it's making. Right. Con, Bobby's idea of pricing road tax based on vehicles' insured value makes the most sense. Yes, I just said that. I was just ranting about it. I hope you heard that. I hope you heard the rant. Wesley, what's up, Chris? What's up, bro? Hi, Chase. How are you, Chase Mountain? I wish I could go chase a mountain. I wish I could go drive and chase a mountain. That would be wonderful, really. Jeremy Chu. Hey, Chris. Hope I'm not too late. Is 14K for a manual Civic EG worth it? That's the going rate about that right now, right? Yeah. I think it would be. Yeah. It's a very nice car to drive. Nice little hot hatch. Try and get one in the best possible condition. I don't know if you heard what I said just now about getting old cars with the best possible interior, because bodies are very... What am I holding? Sorry, this is my gear shift from Black Emerald. Have you ever heard of Black Emerald? It's apparently a very popular JDM, aftermarket JDM parts and accessories seller in Japan. I bought this in Japan. It's a gear stick. It's actually Alcantara with leather stripes and stitching. It's very cool. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Sorry, the Civic EG. Yes, get it. Then buy this from me and put it as your gear shifter. It'll be really, really nice. Con is saying my rant came up the moment I pressed enter. Great minds think alike, Con. Okay, Jordan saying I saw someone selling a 1970 Opel Kadett for 10K on Muda. Opel Kadett, I remember the Opel Kadett, but you know which Opel? I would love to get the Opel Manta. Do you remember the Opel Manta? Oh, I begged my dad to buy an Opel Manta, but he bought a Vauxhall Viva instead. Damn it. But Opel Kadett, I remember. I think my very good friend Oliver's dad had an Opel Kadett. Yeah, if I remember correctly, he had an Opel Kadett, 4-speed manual. Wasn't even 5-speed yet. A bit of trivia for you, since we were talking about Alfa Romeo just now. Did you know that Alfa Romeo were one of the first, if not the first car manufacturer in the world to put a 5-speed manual into their cars? Everybody else was still at 4-speed, and Alfa Romeo were the first to put a 5-speeder, and they also pioneered VTEC. Yes, VTEC, yo, that Honda famous VTEC, yo, was actually first started by Alfa Romeo, who put them in production cars. Yeah, the more you learn. Sorry, what was it? Hashtag the more you know. There you go. Hi, Chaya 345 is here. Hello, hello. All right. Yes, Chase, I know you got yourself a 124. Well done, well done. It's been with family since 1990. Nice, good provenance. A good provenance car is worth more. Yeah, so you know the history of the car. That's great. That's great. That's great. Congratulations. And I just lost your comment completely because I have no idea where it went. It's somewhere up here. As I told earlier, I don't know if you told everybody earlier, I can't use this mouse anymore because the battery is like really weak and it goes crazy. So I'm actually using the touchpad here, and my fingers are too fat for it. So yeah, it may not be as good as it was in the 90s, but it feels good. Yeah, it's in that era, same era as my Honda Accord SM4. I can see how much appeal these cars would have to people out there who wanted these cars, who could, who had the means to get these cars. I can tell why they wanted it so badly. They're magnificent cars. They still drive so well. And don't forget, this like 30 years ago, and they still drive so well today. How many cars from today can you say that about 30 years from now? I have no idea. But 124s, really, really good cars. Really, I'm so happy with mine, actually. And yeah, I can't wait to drive it more, actually. Okay. Dato Brian Joseph. Yes, my dad had a 1972 Manta 1.9, still a sexy looking car today. Yes, totally agree. That sharp front with the 4 round tail lights at the back, a la Ferrari. Beautiful, beautiful. Love the look of the car. And the original ones had actually an emblem of a manta ray on the front fender, just below the wing mirror, or just in front of the wing mirror. I'm not mistaken, but it was near the wheel arch. There was an actual metal emblem of a manta ray, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Wow! Someday maybe I'll get an Opel Manta. Nice. Okay. That's a nice way of putting it, Yusuf. Europeans innovate, Japanese improve. Circle of life. Very nice. Yeah. Faisal Saleh, yes. Well, from your first dual overhead cam, twin cams. Absolutely. Correct. And you know what? They were the first to also, by themselves, on their own, remove the twin carburetors and fit their own fuel injection and sell it. Same car, just swap from carburetor to fuel injection. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, we've got 3 minutes left, folks. I said I promised I would keep it to 2 hours. I don't want to keep you all too long as well. It's a weekday after all. So let's just go through the last few. Sharul is asking, what are my thoughts on rotaries? No preference, no like, no dislike. Just never owned one before. I heard they're really, really, really nice to drive. I mean, they drink a lot of fuel, but and you're going to spend a lot on spark plugs because it's constant fire. But I heard they're really fun, and you get a lot from a 1.3. I mean, you get a lot of power from just a 1.3. The Wankel rotary is ahead of its time. I think it's alien technology because even the Wankel, the rotary inside, looks like a spaceship. It looks like a UFO. So yeah, I think that one, like the pyramids, is alien technology, which means it's good. Yeah. Isaac, love the title, Surviving a Zombie Apocalypse. Yeah, thank you. Perhaps I've missed an update on your restored Savvy. How much you spend and so? Oh, okay. Yeah, the Savvy was sold some time ago. In fact, I delivered the car this year. If I'm not mistaken, it was in Feb. No, March. I delivered the car in March. I drove the Savvy up to Penang. That's how good it was. With no problems, I drove the Savvy up to Penang, delivered it to its new owner, and drove my Corona back because I lent the Corona to the new owner. I think all in, I'd spent below 10K, and I sold the car for below 10K. Actual prices between me and the seller. It's like, I ask you how much you earn every month. I don't really like to talk about the price of the cars that I've sold. Yeah, that's between me and the buyer. So yeah, let's go. Sorry. So, folks, we're down to 1 minute. So you know what? I'm not going to be able to get to the rest. I will get to them. If I missed it, I'm sorry. Please accept my sincere apologies. Comment at the bottom what your question was, and I'll get to it then. In the meantime, you all take care. Thank you so much for joining me here. It's really great. Should we make this a regular Wednesday thing? If you feel so, please give this video a like. Comment at the bottom what you'd like to talk about, stuff that we can cover in future. And I know some of you are still typing. Sorry, I just want to wrap up real quick here. I've got like 20 seconds to do it. Thank you so much for joining. And the numbers are still high up there, okay? The numbers are, in fact, getting higher. Please say a quick prayer to whichever God you pray to, that we can all get through this, healthy and alive, for want of a better expression, and that we can all get to go driving again soon. It's been really, really difficult not being able to drive, which is one of the things I love to do the most. And don't forget to check out Autobuzz. They've got this really nice signature series t-shirts. I hope they're still selling it. They've got other merchandise as well. Thank you, Autobuzz, for sending this to me. And take care. So nice, 2 hours. If you like, we can do this again next Wednesday. Of course, I'll see you again, definitely sometime soon. Hopefully we get to shoot again out there, all my media friends as well. It's been very quiet lately because, as you know, you have to know the rules. We're not allowed to shoot outdoors, whether it's still photography or videos. We're not allowed to shoot outdoors. So that's why I've got to do this live interaction. Maybe I'll do the next one from my den. That would be kind of cool. Except it's very hot in there, so I'm going to be sweating a lot, and I'm probably going to have to wear a bandana or something. Anyway, I'm rambling. You all take care. Thank you so much for joining again. I'll talk to you all soon. Please comment at the bottom if I missed your question, and I'm very sorry if I did. Take care, y'all. Stay safe. God bless. And let's get through this together soon. Let's get over this as fast as possible. Bye, you all. Bye, and be safe.